Cameron Norrie's Australian Open clash with Alexander Zverev was disrupted by a protester. Cameron Norrie's match was interrupted by a protester who was later dragged out of Margaret Court Arena by a fellow spectator. The British number 1 was trying to serve against Alexander Zverev during their fourth-round clash at the Australian Open when the person in question started throwing large pieces of paper onto the court. Norrie was already a break down in the third set, splitting the first two with Zverev. The world number 22 was trying to get himself out of another tough service game against the German when he was suddenly disrupted as fans on Margaret Court Arena started to boo. A spectator wearing sunglasses, a cap and a face mask threw lots of flyers onto the baseline of the court from the stands, which read "War Crimes and Genocide" and "Free Palestine." Ball kids rushed over to pick up the papers, which were scattered around the end that Zverev was standing on. Meanwhile, other fans in the crowd took matters into their own hands, escorting the protester out of the stands when security failed to intervene. They were later applauded as they returned to their seats. Might be some sort of protest, hence the boos, Pete Odgers said on commentary. Not an ideal time, a lot of intensity in this game. Director has been instructed not to show it. Be careful not to encourage other protests. I think it's safe to say both players looking a little frustrated. Co-commentator Anne Keothavong referenced a previous protest from Wimbledon last summer, which saw Just Stop Oil demonstrators throw orange confetti and puzzle pieces onto Court 18. She replied, "Well, at least they were big sheets of paper that the protester threw onto court, easier to remove than confetti or a jigsaw puzzle." Odgers added, "I think it came from that corner. They didn't actually get on the court, it was just thrown over the side. The staff have done a good there, that was quickly tidied up." Norrie remained composed and was able to hold serve when play resumed a few minutes later, but he couldn't get himself back in the set and lost it 6-3. The 28-year-old has already broken new ground at the Australian Open by reaching the fourth round, and he just fell short of the quarterfinal. The Brit was able to force a final set but lost in the decisive tiebreak as Zverev advanced 7-5, 3, 6, 6, 3, 4, 6, 7, 6, 3.